Hey guys, it's Petunia Gal, and we are back over in Planet Zoo on Heartland Zoo. And oh no, what a great start! Oh my gosh, um, how did you do that? You didn't escape. You're right there. What are you doing? Oh, how did you escape? You haven't. Oh my goodness, I am so confused. How did you do that? I don't get it. Okay, pause. Let's see. So yeah, anyways, that kind of sidetracked me, but I hope you're having an awesome day. So let's get to it and see what fun we can have today. I'm going to look at their habitat. See, there's... How did you escape? Did they just literally glitch through the barrier or something? I am super confused. There is no escape point here. But anyway, some kind of a roof. I don't know if I'm gonna do an actual roof or just kind of a top area for this. I don't know. But I definitely want to get this done, and I really don't know if this necessarily matches, but I'm just gonna stick with it. We'll deal with it later. But yeah, I still don't know if these people can actually see in here. Can you? Oh, you guys aren't even stopping. Can you guys? I wanted to get like a view. Don't they have caretakers to keep the? Oh gosh. All right. Well, we're gonna have to check into that. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get to building, and I think what I'm gonna do is extend a roof over the path here, so they can have like a viewing area on this side as well with a railing. Because there's a lot of people here. I don't know. That is so many people. But yeah, we'll get to it, and I will be with you in a sec. So here I want to add something along the side to kind of be a, I guess, covering for the path. So I want to connect it somehow. So I decided to use these little pillars. I don't know. There's probably a better pillar I could have used because it's really like skinny. But I went ahead and just copied it over and made it, double the width, and I guess each way. So I don't know why the grid is so temperamental on this build. I must have done something wrong as far as it just starting the build the wrong way or something. But I really wish it was better. I don't know. I see people do videos that seem like they have it all figured out and are doing it great, and I don't know how they do it, but but we get it in the end. I did try to cut out a lot of the parts where I'm moving around a lot, just because I know I don't necessarily like to watch a speed build with a ton of movement, especially when they speed it up, like 8, 9, 10 times the speed. But so I try to cut it out. We'll see how that works. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And so yeah, I go ahead and turn these around so they look a little bit different, not all the same, but I mean, you can see the connection in them, but I think it's okay. We'll deal with it for right now, but let me know if you guys like that, if you know of any kind of wider pillar I could use, because I'm sure there's something else I can use for that. But this is what we go with so far. It might change, but for now it stays that way. So I do realize that there's some connection problems with these, but eventually I'll fix it. I do fix some of it in the video, but a lot of it I'm just gonna have to do off camera because it's gonna be a lot of just I guess what do you say, fidgeting around with the pieces, because yeah, it takes a lot. And then The main reason that speed builds to me are getting a little too much, because everybody's doing it, is that they, even when they do the fine tuning work, when they're going back and forth with the camera to check angles and stuff, it's just way too fast. And so I'm trying to cut down on that as much as I can. And I realized after I put these pillars in, I'm going ahead and moving them, and then I'm just going to copy them all the way down till we get to this section. And obviously, this one will go over to the other side of the door as well. But there's just so many connection issues with this, just because of the weird grid situation we've got going. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of moving these around off camera, but I think it came out pretty good in the end, and I still have lots of work to do, but it's okay. Wanted to show you guys what it ended up looking like, and then I tried these fences, but I don't like those. I went ahead and went with this aquatic fence, sorry. Um, and obviously, I don't like that color because it stands out way too much. But I do kind of mess around with the color until I get something that looks semi okay. It still looks a little too shiny for me, but I do want to add a bit of the aquatic stuff in here since this is an entrance to the aquatic area and the crocodile habitat as well. But so I wanted to do something with the aquatic, even though we do have the bench and the trash can that's aquatic theme, but I wanted to do something else. So I do a lot of moving this fence around just because I place all of those and then they're still not like aligned. Like you look at the end here and the end on the other side, and it's two totally different things. I added this little section in. I tried to go for this roof. I kept getting kicked off the game. Like it kept doing it's not responding, and then I would have to close the game. And I thought it was just that roof piece, but I get kicked off again later too, so I don't know what was going on. But I was able to finish without getting kicked off again, so that's good. But I'm trying to figure out a roof for this, and I didn't really want to go with a new material since there's already so many materials on this build as it is. But I quickly realized the struggle with this whatever grid we're on. I don't know what grid it is, but it is super weird because one side of the building is down a lot more than the other side. So I don't know, but I do my best with this, and I'm trying to get this roof lined up without having the pieces in the middle. But I wanted to show you guys just these various issues I have and like how to deal with it kind of thing. So I do have to split one so I can move it because it was still not aligned right. And I decided in the end to delete those front pieces there so I can just have like a glass wall, but we'll see that in a bit. So here I'm trying to get the I don't know what you call these. I'm sure it says in the game, but this grid it's just crazy. So I end up having to split it, I think. I split it from the grid and then just move it over because you can't move it over while it's in the grid. So we get it in the end like that. And I kind of wish I had set these back a little bit so they're kind of indented into the building, but I didn't do that. I doubt I'm going to go back and do it now. I am really like done with this build. I am so wanting to go to something else. So what I'm going to try to do in the next episode is do a bit of a stop motion for like what else I get done. We'll see if that happens. I don't know. But what I really want to do is get to a Southeast Asia animal, which is coming out tomorrow. And yeah, I can't wait. So we'll probably do that. And then what we need to do is go to the mixed habitat because we've got to get a bigger habitat for them. Their space is so not good. So we'll do that also after the Southeast Asia animal we put in. So let me know what you guys think about what animal we should put in first. They did go back and redo the Binturong, the bear cat, and it looks super awesome. I'm thinking about maybe starting with that, or maybe even the clouded leopard, because I was like, when I first heard that it might be Southeast Asia, I'd searched for like Southeast Asia animals. And clouded leopard was like one of the first ones that came up, and they are just super awesome. I love the way they look. And I don't know if I've seen a clouded leopard in person in a zoo before, but it's super cool. So let me know what you guys would like to see. Again, I'm just working on trying to get this roof piece, to match up. Once you get one matched up, it seems like you should be able to get the others, but that's not how it works, I don't think. Because I still have to split the last one and move it up and down and side to side, all that. So I go ahead and do this little transition here is to get a little bit of a trim piece on the building itself, like from the main building to the roof area. I think it comes out pretty good. Again, I use the double pillars, which in the end is probably like way too many pieces than I needed. Like I probably could have done it differently, but I think it came out pretty good. And I went ahead and moved all of these over so we could get it on all the, I guess, the door frame pieces, if you want to call it that, all the way up to the roof. And I think it turned out pretty good. I don't know. Again, we probably could have used a different material that was thicker, but yeah. This roof, I end up in the end just going ahead and putting the roof down as much as I needed to for one side to work. And then I just moved everything down, and moved all the wall pieces down on the sides. And I was able to actually get rid of a bunch because of the way I did it in the end. But yeah, I wanted to put windows up here, but I didn't really need them to be see-through because you're not going to be, seeing through these ones up here. So I went ahead and did that. And to getting these lined up again, I wanted to kind of make it look like it was all aligned and awesome when it's actually not. So it's a little bit of a pain, but I think I got it. Let me know what you guys think about the building in the end. And next episode, like I said, I'll try to put like a final, this is what I came up with kind of thing in the video before we start our Southeast Asia animal. But I think these look pretty good, and they are flexi colored, so obviously they're not going to stay red because that doesn't match at all. And I end up taking the top trims off because obviously we don't need them anymore. But yeah, it looks pretty good. And I went ahead and like rotated this roof so it looked more straight. I don't think that gets put in the video. I did do a lot of work in between what you'll see in the end of this and what's done now. So I will put a picture up and I may do a little bit of a tour and let you know what else I did. But we tried to put a little bit of I don't know what you would like, a little bit of a piece up here to hold up whatever kind of covering we decide to put up over the sidewalk, over the path. I still don't know what we're going to add, but we're going to add something and it's going to be cool, right? I mean, I just want people to have a covering because they are super hot in the zoo and they always go around, fanning themselves and sighing and all that. So I want to get them a cover. I just don't know what. So we'll figure it out in the end. I do put a little bit of a portion up here showing you what I thought I would try, but that's in a little bit. So obviously I didn't want these hanging down so much. I don't want these so far down. So I went ahead and moved them. Again, if they're in a group, all you have to do is click and drag to select multiple. So that's super cool. And here I start with a rock area for under the path, and it's mainly for beside the path where the railing is showing, which I do realize I messed up because I put all the rail in without having it in the right spot, but it's okay. And I did mess around with trying to put this as also a little path texture instead of having what the wooden path that we have. But it ends up sticking up way too much, and the people's feet just totally sink into it. So I didn't like that. But this is what I ended up doing. I just selected everything and just tried to copy it. I do have to, move individual ones around quite a bit, but I wasn't going to show that and everything. I just wanted to show you guys what I did there. And I know I accidentally selected a tree there too. I'll go ahead and delete later. But for now, I just wanted to get the rocks in. See, there we go. But I think it turns out okay in the end. This I probably just could have done with one rock here because of the length of the path, but oh well, it's fine. So we go ahead and try to make a little bit of a different rock here just to kind of differentiate some of the stuff that's here. And then I go ahead with the little aquatic rocks. And I love these little rocks. They're super cool because they cover pretty much anything you want. But yeah, and these are the bigger versions of it. There's also the smaller ones. But go ahead and just fill in the bottom just so it doesn't look like these rocks are floating in the air. Because that doesn't really make sense, right? So I probably could have used some different variations of rocks. And I may go and add some more variations in. But I thought this looked pretty good. And this tree is kind of in the way. But there we go. That fixes it. So yeah, we finished putting in these little rocks just as decoration. And then I go on to do the rest of the railing. And this is where I realized that it's not until after I place all of these I realize, wait, these should be in the curb, not outside the curb. So I definitely have to have some work there to do to get that right. And what I'm probably going to have to do is just delete all of the railing and just start over. I know what a lot of people do is this that I'm doing right here. So before you actually place one down, move it back and forth, like where you're going to be putting the rail to make sure it aligns right. And I don't do that enough. So I got to go back and do that. But that's a really cool tip if you're trying to place multiple things. But yeah, so now I try to copy it around. Got to figure out what to do with that corner of the building because it doesn't quite fit into the building there. But it's okay. So I go ahead and just copy that. I tried to copy the other side and just move it over here, and it just wasn't working. So I'm just going to do it manually here. And again, the path is not quite where I wanted it. I think it's better over here than on the other side, actually. But I am going to put something in that transition there where it goes down. I'm not sure what. Probably some kind of just a little column, I'm guessing. But for now, I don't do that. So, and also something at the bottom of the rail because they're all just, angled down like that. But it works out pretty good, I think. So we'll go ahead and do a bit of rock work still. You can spend forever doing rock work in this game. That's just how it is. Because it's addicting actually, just placing rocks. And it makes it look so much better. Like adding rocks just makes everything come together. Rocks and foliage just makes the build. It's super cool. So, like I said, I try to go ahead and copy and just put the same stuff over here and just move it, but it doesn't quite fit in. So I don't include all the footage of me trying to figure it out because that is too much. So I go ahead and change the colors on these benches and trash cans because I wanted it to fit in a little better. I try it like this where the bigger part of them is the little kind of bright orange, But in the end, I decide, no, I don't like that because that's too much. So I made the top of the bench and the bottom of the trash can the darker color, and then the other one, the lighter. So I think that works out pretty good. Let me know what you think. I was thinking of changing the texture on this path, though. I may take a look at that and see if I want to change that still. But I think I like the colors so far. And now I'm trying to figure out what to do for a billboard, little habitat education board, not billboard. Um, I wanted to try to go for something custom. I haven't really done that much. I mean, I did some for the seals, I think, and then I tried to do it for the penguins. I don't think it turned out very well, but that's okay. So I tried to just do it here on the path so it's level. Again, I don't know if anything's level in this build, but we do our best. So I wanted to hide most of the billboard. Why did I say billboard? I guess because customizable billboards are coming out tomorrow. So I guess I have that on the brain. But I wanted to cover up everything but the actual crocodile picture. So I do my best to kind of layer this stuff in, and I'm really pretty proud of it when I get done. It might be a little too many pieces for what it is, but it's okay. So I'm looking for like a framing material, and since we're using a lot of wood, we're also using some stone. I could have gone with stone, but I don't know. So we'll just put these in and just frame the habitat board. I almost said billboard again. We'll just frame that, and then I actually end up with art shapes for the rest of it. So these are maybe a little too big. Like the other planks I used, or the other things I used, were a little too small, and these are too big. Maybe I should maybe I should make these the columns on the building, and the ones I've got for the building for this board. I don't know. We'll see. So obviously I want it to come out enough to not cover up that sign. So we go ahead and just make it as big as we need, and then we can just move stuff around later, which works out pretty good, I think. I tried to use a more decorative sign, but this is the best one I could find that didn't look super fancy. I didn't want something that looked a little out of place, but go ahead and try that. And then I'm like, wait, that is way too small. So I pick out another one, and it's pretty good. I think it's still the Southeast Asia pack, and the sign is bigger. So I tried this one, and I was like, that is just way too much. I don't know if this one is colorable, actually. So you'd have to stick with that, like, uh, gold frame. And I kind of wanted to bury some of it, but then that wasn't going to work because the rest of it was going to be seen. So I used this one, and it works out pretty good. My initial thought was I was going to use two of them and have one say saltwater and one say crocodile. But this font here looks pretty good on the one side. It doesn't look too small like the other one did. So I stick with that. And I think I end up using the same orangey color. Yeah. So I use the same orangey color as the trash can and the bench. And I think it looks pretty good. So this build, I think, is the first time I've actually used these art shapes I'm about to use. I don't know if I've used those yet, honestly. I know a lot of people do like crazy creative things with the art shapes. I've never used them, so so I haven't gotten there yet. But I decided to go ahead and put something on the bottom here to frame out the bottom of the board. Again, I'm planning on just putting it up on the columns there, so it doesn't need like a stand, but I did want to give it a full frame here. Thought that looked better. But again, I am thinking, now that I'm looking at this while I'm doing this voiceover, I'm thinking these might be a little too big. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think about it. Is it too big or is it good? I don't know. The weird thing about these this wood, I think, there's a little bit of a curve in it somewhere, and it makes it really hard to align them, when you need to move them around. Here we go for the art shapes. I'm looking for something that's square. I probably could have used that one I just came up with. It would have been less pieces, I think. But, well, actually, I can't because it has to cover up some of the thing, but not the crocodile. So I don't think I could have used that. But I go for these little squares, and then I decide to change to more of a rectangle because, for one, less pieces and less of those little lines. When it connects, you see little lines on it. I don't know if I like that too much. And so, yeah, I may have to rearrange some of those. That looks really, really weird. But I go ahead and use these brackets. I've seen a lot of people do this, where if you use this little bracket and it takes me forever to get it to look like it's, in there correctly, but I get it in the end. But if you bury them down where you can just see the top part, it almost looks like little lines as, implied text, which I really like. I think that's super cool. I don't know how many people are going to use them after we get the customized boards, but I think it looks pretty cool. And like you see, it's not level, so I don't know how to change that. I'm not sure what I did, but it'll work. So go ahead and make that into a group, and then I just move it around to get it up onto the columns, or in between the columns, sorry. I didn't want to put it in the middle because I kind of want that to be the main area they look at the crocodile from. As you can see, I missed a little piece there. But I look and I'm like, well, I don't think I need that, so I just delete it. But yeah, so we get it up here, and then I go ahead and I have to copy some of these, and also I think I have to add one, yeah, because it's not quite big enough to make it between those. But yeah, the more I see this, the more I want to change this to be the columns that I use in the building. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll have a look at it. But like I said, there's that little curve in these pieces that makes it really hard to get aligned. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. And yeah, I really don't like when you can see see that they're definitely two different pieces. But I don't know. That might just be something that I deal with. Other people may be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm fine with it. But I wanted to put a speaker kind of built into this somewhere, so I decided to put it on the top. I was going to put it in the front, like on the top or bottom, but I just decided to put it up here. Might as well. And so I like sinking these in as far as I possibly can. I don't know why, but it just looks better that way. I don't like these speakers just sitting out, totally visible. But I do like having the speaker totally... I couldn't do it in this wood because it was a little bit uneven, but I like them like totally buried in until all you can see is the little tiny speaker on the top. But it's okay. So I had to change the other speaker because they were overlapping too much, and so we get that done in the end. And these are the columns I was talking about. So yeah, that's it. So let's get back to the real time. Okay, so this is what we have done so far, and I don't know how all of these are at multiple different levels when I just did Control X. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm doing something. But I'm going to do the rest of this probably off camera. Try to figure out something to put, like, drape around over these for the sunshades. So the people that are standing under here can get a little bit of a shade would be awesome. But yeah, I hope you guys like it. I really like these windows up here. I wasn't sure if I was going to. So, like I said earlier, I am going to have to do something for the corners. And then something to hide the fact that this is not even. Again, I have no idea. I did the path on a grid up here at least, and so I thought everything would be good, but it is not. Let me know what you guys think about this habitat board. It's the first one I've ever made this custom, so I kind of like it. I don't know about all of the different pieces of wood in here. Maybe a little bit much, but let me know what you guys think. I'm liking it. And it's definitely a lot more customized than most of my stuff I do. So I am enjoying it. And yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Obviously, it's not totally done, but like I said, I've kind of run out of time with all the other stuff that happened. But yeah, so until next time, I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, definitely hit that thumbs up. Also, if you're new to my channel or haven't already, go and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell to get notified of videos as they come out. And if you want to play this game or check out any of my social media or Patreon links, they're all down below in the description. So check those out and come have some fun over there. And if you have any questions, comments, tips, anything like that, definitely leave those down below in the comment section. I love seeing those, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. And until next time, I hope you have a super blessed night or day wherever you are. Bye!